to this computer. All right. So we got the vixen of the family. Look at it. She says she's a boss. We got it right there on the rack. I ain't mad at you. I am not mad at you. She's like, let me tell you who's running thing. You can look here, but look at what it says. Don't look at what it does. I get you. I get you. So I am going to turn this over to Sekinah because she's going to interview, do a little chat here with our brother in the pen. And I cannot wait to hear what you all have in store, because these are the wicked ones in the group. I will just put that out there, and I said it and I'm not taking it back. So there you have it. Sekinah, the floor is yours.
Welcome everyone to my segment of the Cavalcade. I'm Sekinah Jackson, the author of Acts of Betrayal, and I'm here to introduce to you one of my favorites, best-selling author, Shakir Rashaan. Shakir has penned a series of best-selling novels and several anthology credits. They call him the master of the mindfuck. He first rolled onto the national literary scene in 2012 as a contributing writer to Z-rated Chocolate Flavored 3. Shakir's raw, vivid, and uncut writing style makes him one of the more popular writers in the literary world. He has released this year his 12th book called Love, Lust, and Beautiful Liars. My favorite thus far is The Awakening, and that's because I have a slight fascination with the BDSM lifestyle, and his character Kane, I have a little crush on him. And we're here to chat with Shakir.
How are you doing? Thank you for having me.
I'm well. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with a question. I have a burning question for you.
Uh-oh.
If you
By all means. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. Let's go ahead and get that over with.
Okay, so as it pertains to your erotica, I want to know, is this purely your imagination or are you pulling from real life experiences?
Yeah, you gotta love that question, huh? It's a combination of both. Literally, okay. A combination of both. Some parts are my imagination, some parts are pulled from actual events and locations, and yeah, all of that. The trick always is you got to figure that out for yourself. I ain't telling you nothing.
Okay, and can you tell us what your journey as an author has been like? Because you've been in the game for
yeah, a little bit. I think this year is year number 11 for me, both either in commercial or as a self-published author. So it's been fun, definitely. I haven't had too many missteps, thankfully. There have just been some things that I could probably have done better. That's probably the only thing that I could think of more than anything else. As far as my series is concerned, I tend to, as far as the majority of my catalog, what I try to do with my catalog is I try to find subjects and I try to find locations and things of that nature that I try to stay as far ahead of the curve as humanly possible. I got my series in before the 50 Shades phenomenon. So I always tell people, I'm not riding the wave, I created the wave. So let's just keep that real.
Okay. And do you have any advice that you would give to an aspiring writer or a writer who's maybe had a couple books under their belt and they're struggling a little bit?
I think the theme has pretty much been the whole day. You might want to, if you feel like you're struggling a little bit, or it's not coming to you as quickly as you would like to, as far as that is, you want to definitely try your best to either diagnose the problem the best way you can, as far as if there's any outside pressures that's causing the lack of writing, so to speak. Hell, I had to take a 2-year hiatus, and if it wasn't for the fact that I'd already had a lot of canned material, stuff that I'd already written that I hadn't necessarily published yet to put out, I would have been out of the game for at least 2 years without having had any new material whatsoever. So when it's good to you, keep writing. If it's not good to you, rely on what you've already written, because you'll be amazed at sometime during your journey, you're going to have a bump in the road where you're just not going to have anything flowing whatsoever. So when it's good to you, just keep the pen flowing. It's your best defense against the writer's block, so to speak.
Okay, wonderful. Now, is there anything that you would like your readers to know?
Honestly, stuff that I hadn't already figured out already. God forbid. Most of them know that, you know, the majority of the time I wear my heart on my sleeve. You know, if it's something that's really bothering me, they'll know it almost immediately. You know, I rarely pop off on social media because I just don't really believe in putting a lot of dirty laundry out on Front Street. But no, please know, if somebody got on my nerves, you're gonna hear about it one way or the other. But the only other thing is that I do my best to try and give you as authentic a story as I can give you, whether it's the location, whether it's the characters themselves, what they do, some of the predicaments that I put them in and gotten them out of. All of it is not born out of just a wild imagination. 9 times out of 10, I done researched it. I mean, my Kink PI series is full of nothing but police blogger, like literally stuff that I have either heard about, read over, that type of thing. My background is in law enforcement, so anytime I want to try and reach out to a specific law enforcement department, I can do it when I feel like it.
Okay. Now, have you found that your readers sometimes have a problem with your characters and they reach out to you and want to complain or moan?
I got a hate mail folder just for that.
Oh, geez.
Oh yeah. People are not, when you're writing characters that are not the norm. My life is not normal. Let's put that out there. Most of them already know what I mean as far as that is. So a lot of the time they're gonna literally find a character and go, well, that's not realistic. And I'm like, I'm standing on 2 feet on this planet Earth, so it can't be that far-fetched. When it comes to the women that I create, it depends on who it is that I've created and whatever it is that I've done and built and swirled around them. Sometimes they don't like them, sometimes they love them. It just depends on that person's prism as to how they see the world. The reason I call my series The Nubian Underworld is because it is a world that is beyond your mainstream. So not everybody's going to know how to find it unless you know somebody that knows somebody.
Okay. Now, I also have another question that I've been wondering about since I met you. Why have you been given the name Master of the Mindfuck?
Because a lot of the stories that I have created and a lot of the worlds that I have created, people have been able to literally insert themselves in, have a sit down, have a drink, whatever the case may be, and just watch everything unfold. And the whole last part of that mantra is that their thinking is going in one direction, and 9 times out of 10, it's nowhere near what they thought it was. So they're literally coming at me in the inbox or coming at me by email and going, I hate you. And I'm like, no, you don't. you think you do, but I can promise you, and then some, it's not, it's probably because I didn't do what you thought I was supposed to do. It's part of the mindfuck.
Okay. And what else are you up to these days? What's in store for Shakir Rashaan?
As much as it's going to probably sound like it's not on brand for me, it's actually on brand for me. I've got several different projects that are on the burner right now. Between Decadence, the anthology that we're doing, that is mirroring from the castle, as far as using the castle as a backdrop to kind of, you know, work with them and with regard to everything that's going on in that world. Definitely having a ball trying to put that together with the majority of the tribe members that have signed on for that project. I've also signed on for a paranormal anthology that the tribe is going to be creating as well. So there's that second project as far as that is. I've actually decided to split my personality, and that's really not helpful considering I'm already split. But the young adult side is my alter ego, PK Rashaan. He will be coming out in December with the debut novel in what is planned to be a 4-part series, YA paranormal called Southampton. The first one, the first book chosen is December 8th, if I remember correctly. For my Nubian Underworld fans, I am in the process of creating book 5. I know I've had a couple years to kind of get that going, but life happens. What can you do? But book 5 will be popping up. I've got it set for the end of 2021. So there's that as far as it is. And then, of course, finally, signed on for the Queens of the Castle. My queen is the Queen of Asmara, which is the capital city of the country of Eritrea. So that's it for now. I've got several other things, but I can't really figure out what that release schedule is going to look like. But that's where we are in the immediate future.
Oh, wow. So you are quite busy. So can you tell us how you're able to maintain being an author and having so many things that you're working on and releasing and your regular everyday life? Sometimes it can get overwhelming for some people. So how do you handle that?
Fair enough. I actually have a schedule. I've got it's a time management thing. Between my wife and daughter, they can clear out a schedule and then some if I'm not careful. So I have to we have to definitely manage what days I can actually write, what days I can't, because I still have to maintain and help maintain a household as well. It's not necessarily that I can just step away and go, okay, y'all do your thing and I'll see y'all in a few months. I can't do that. That's not how this functions. So I make sure that on days that I know I can put in a significant amount of writing time, then I go ahead and plot that in. They know it. They kind of flow as is necessary, and we kind of go from there at that point. But yeah, time management is absolutely paramount. Otherwise, all of this stuff will swamp me.
Okay. Well, I just want to tell you, it has been an honor working with you and talking to you. And I thank you for helping me through my little struggles when it comes to my writing. Is there anything else that you would want us to know about you, about your work, your passion?
Well, as much as I've been sort of, so to speak, teaching, I've been learning as well. So, I mean, I've learned from all of you in one form or fashion, whether you realize it or not, because I have to find a way to improve. Even though I've been writing as long as I have, there's still always room for improvement. So I see it in a lot of the things that I read from the majority of you and the ones I'll be reading, in the future, as far as that is. It helps me to kind of figure out what aspects that I can put into my own writing. So, I say kudos to you as much as you're trying to do for me.
Wonderful. Now, how can we find you online?
Everything, I swear everything. Everything is at home. ShakirRashaan.com. I've got all of my social media linked to my home site. So there's no way that you're gonna miss it as far as that is. I've got just about everything that can be got, whether it's for the media, whether it's for just your regular average person that's just wanting to see how to get at me or whatever the case may be, you can find it there.
Okay, wonderful. And now, I know I've asked a lot of questions and I probably picked your brain pretty hard. Is there anything else that you want to share?
Not at this point in time. I think nothing that I haven't already, given up in one way, shape, or form as far as praying is concerned. I mean, if they want to find out about it, they can read about it.
Okay.
Okay. Sekinah,
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about what you have coming up with the tribe. And you are one of the brand new members of the tribe. And it was a certain point in time I saw something online that said you had said on your page. Oh my God, the thing that I have been looking for just became something that became my reality. I'd like to know about what you have coming up, but let's talk about your experience with the tribe. I'm preparing the game points in tribe. If you did not print out the A, B, C, and D like you were supposed to, I need you to go get a sheet of paper and write the letter A on one piece, the letter B on another piece, and the letter C on another piece, and D. So A, B, C, and D. See, that's what I'm talking about, preparedness, because we need those, because I asked everybody to print those out.
Yeah,
And
they got it.
let's see here. Then I'm going to drop the raffle copter in the group for the attendees so they can pick a team. So when they win, those are the people who will be sent the prizes as winners. So I want to get that together. So hold tight. After this, we are going to go straight to the games. We're going to do library card revoke first, and then a little book bingo. And if we have a little time, I'm not going to take up a lot of time doing this because I know people got, things to do. And want to get a rest in because we got an early day tomorrow. Got to do this all again tomorrow. And that's a key point. So I got the teams that everybody chose. I thought that was Lisa. Lisa. Dots. Oh, there she is in the center. So I got mine. I was just printing mine out. I'm gonna be honest with you. We may, because of the games, you may want to take off your background when it comes time if we can't see your letters. So, okay, Sekinah, how has it been with you working with the tribe and being you and my niece are both the babies of the tribe. My niece never aspired to write a book, but you've always wanted to write one. So your experience is different. What has it been like for you?
Oh, it's been amazing. Last year, I actually did self-publish a book, The Relationship Junkie. I did it all myself. And, I didn't have all the tools and the information that I have now. And I feel so blessed that I've become part of Tribe and I'm being taught the right way to do things. I'm being taught what's important when it comes to writing, publishing, promoting, marketing. And I'm just so excited. Like, this is my life dream. And I'm just happy to be a part of it. And you guys have welcomed me and made me feel like family. And I just love you guys.
Oh, see? Why you want to bring
up Brian?
I know. What did you expect coming into the tribe? I mean, what were your expectations?
I expected a lot of information to be thrown at me and having to be able to catch on and ride the wave, hold on and ride the wave. I expected to be criticized, and I know that it's coming from a place of love and respect, and nobody's trying to hurt me, and I'm accepting of that. I have thick skin when I need to have it. So I welcome criticize, I welcome suggestions, opinions, all of that, because I'm here to learn. I want to be better. I want to be great. I aspire to be something big.
That's awesome. Awesome. So what has been the downside of being a tribe member?
I would say the downside would be me having to juggle how to have a schedule, make a schedule to do my writing, to do my marketing, and to handle the business side of being an author. But I'm getting it together.
So where can I dropped the link for your giveaways in the, I dropped it in the, I'm gonna drop it again for everybody to follow you everywhere because you're giving away books by other tribe members. So I'm putting this in the raffle cup, this right now. This is Sekinah's. I'm gonna send it to everyone, panelists and attendees, and we're going to get started with the games in a hot second. But where can people find out more about you? Give us the places where people can find out about you.
Well, I have a lot of information about me on my website, which is www.sekinahjackson.com. I'm on Facebook, Sekinah Jackson, Instagram, Sekinah_Jackson. Same thing with Twitter.
Indeed, indeed, good. I just also want to acknowledge for the first time that we have on because she's in Holland. I'm trying to find where she is. Soul Saray is a member of our group, and I'd like for her. She was on a minute ago, and I don't see her showing up now, but I want to acknowledge that she is in the house. I've got to tell her to turn her video back on. Because I just introduced her. Because one of you guys do that while I get everything together, and I'm going to drop the link to. No, I dropped that link in there. I'm sorry. That Rafflecopter goes to you choosing your team. It should have a picture of If It Isn't Love podcast. That is for you to choose your team, whether it's team A, B, C, or D, so we can know who the prizes go to. But earlier I had dropped the Rafflecopter for Sekinah. I'm going to go get that again really quickly and drop that in, and then we're going to get moving with the game. Somebody inbox Soul Saray and let her know to come back on for us. And I'm going to wrap up this part of it, and then we're going to go straight to the games.